What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and today I'll be breaking down some things that caught my eye while I was watching the Celtics Offense, and I had to divide my Celtics observation video into two parts, two videos, because there was just too much interesting stuff on both sides of the ball that I would have had to cut out. Anyway, let's get to the Celtics Offense. The Celtics' favorite early offense action is this, where they have a give and go option on the strong side and then a pin down on the weak side, and here Crowder can come off that pin down and hit a 3. This time Zeller decides to execute a dribble handoff with Bradley coming off the pin down, and Bradley hits the shot. And like a machine, they'll execute the same exact option here, and the result is the same. This isn't my favorite early offense play, I prefer both motion strong and pistol, but it's certainly serviceable, and here Lee and Smart work a two-man game. Occasionally they'll also go to a double staggered screen in early offense, here for Bradley, and this is a nice variation where Sullinger will receive a flare screen after the double stagger, and here he hits a 3, and notice the good play design as Duncan has to help out on the double stagger, freeing up Sullinger for some screen-to-screener action. The Celtics are one of the best teams in the NBA at executing the high post split in the flow of their offense, where it's pretty much two screens in a row for a ball handler, and here Crowder hits a 3 off of it. You can tell they're well coached, and I'll show you why. Here when Turner turns the corner, they'll execute the roll and fill beautifully, as Sullinger will roll to the basket and Jerebko will fill in behind him. This makes it very difficult on Jerebko's man to decide to stick home on Jerebko or bump Sullinger, the roll man, and here Sullinger rolls and draws a foul. And this is nice, watch David Lee as when he rolls to the basket, he'll actually set a screen for Sullinger for the 3. You can see how this can scramble defenses, and here watch Crowder as on the catch he'll drive middle and find Sullinger for the open shot. And this is just textbook progression, as when they don't get a shot immediately, they get it to Lee in the post and he'll score inside. And this is a clever variation to start the game. They'll set up the high post split, but have Crowder back cut instead of receiving the dribble handoff, and then they'll set up flex screens for Bradley on the weak side, and here Bradley chooses to use the down screen, and he hits a jumper. The Celtics and Brad Stevens run some of the best set plays in all of basketball, so let's just go through some of them quick hitter style. And here's one where Isaiah Thomas will receive a back screen, but then immediately use Johnson as a down screen for the open 3. Last year, the Pelicans ran this play, a double stack pick and roll, primarily to get Davis rolling to the basket, here for an alley-oop. And the Celtics also run this play, but for a different reason. They run it so Isaiah Thomas can get a drive to the basket to attack the sagging big man, and it works pretty well. Watch it first, and then I'll analyze this excellent set, which gets Crowder an open 3 here. So Crowder is going to screen the ball, and the Celtics know the Nets want to hedge it. That's what most teams do against the pick and pop. So Amir Johnson will set a screen on Crowder's man so Crowder can gain some separation. Then after Crowder sets the ball screen, he'll receive screen-to-screener action and a flare screen, and notice how Johnson is way behind the play as he had to hedge. No way he gets out to Crowder, and the defense never had a chance until Crowder missed. And not much to break down here, just a rock solid set with lots of screens to get David Lee a quick post up. And here's a set I pointed out in my Mavericks observation video. It's a screen-to-screener set for Crowder, as he'll set a screen, receive a flare screen, and nail the open 3. And this is a great variation from Stevens. It looks like they're running the loop play for Thomas, which they do run, where he'll receive 3 screens along the baseline, but this time they'll set up a Turner and Lee pick and roll, and notice how they're doing this in their small ball lineup with 3 players spreading the floor perfectly, and it works well as Lee gets a dunk. A bunch of teams run this, where Turner will Iverson cut over the top and then immediately receive a ball screen, but the Celtics aren't most teams. Olynyk will fake the ball screen and then set a screen for Thomas, and here it works well as Thomas can get a drive to the basket and finish. This time Thomas is the decoy, and he does a great job of attracting multiple Mavericks defenders, and then he can kick out to Sullinger. This time they have a bit of trouble getting it to Turner, but then it actually works as it's supposed to as Turner distracts the defense and James Young hits the 3 coming off the screen. The Warriors run this set, and it's one of my favorite sets, period. They'll set up a back screen for Sullinger, and you'd be shocked at how often that is open for a layup. And this is another nice element to the play. When the layup isn't open here, they'll set up screen-to-screener action for Bradley, and he hits the open jumper. Now, the Celtics do run this one set I really don't like. It's a post-up for Evan Turner without any weak side action, and this results in stagnant offense, and here Turner misses a fadeaway jumper. It's just odd, the Celtics run a ton of sets that make the defense really work, and then they run this isolation. They'll also run this for Marcus Smart here, and this time they can't even get it into him, and they turn it over. Now, if there's just some tasty mismatch that just makes sense, then it's a fine set, and here with Smart guarded by Tony Parker, they can use this matchup to their advantage and Smart scores. But really, that play was the exception to the rule as it typically results in fadeaway jumpers or they can't even get it into the post. Let's move on from set plays, and one thing I've noticed Evan Turner does really well is backdoor cut in the corner when a big man is dribbling at him for a dribble handoff, and this gets him an easy bucket every other game or so, and that's just lovely. Something I've noticed Tyler Zeller does well is run the floor hard, especially after a made basket. He can beat the opposing center down the floor for easy shots. Here, not the best defense, but he can still run down the floor hard and get an easy bucket in transition. Kelly Olynyk is just so difficult to defend as a ball screener. He's a 39% 3-point shooter, so teams will often hedge this, so here he nicely rolls to the basket and then finds Sullinger on a good pass. The Celtics as a team do a great job of going high-low when defenses hedge, and it's just one pass and then boom, an alley-oop to Olynyk on the high-low. When Olynyk is in, the Celtics just want to take advantage of his screening, and here you'll see 3 different occasions on the same possession where he's trying to get that pick and pop or pick and roll, and here it's well defended, but he can still drive and then find Thomas for the open 3. He has tremendous value just being on the court, spacing the floor as a stretch big, and here the Celtics can run a high pick and roll with the floor beautifully spread. Again, he's spacing the floor and he'll hit that corner 3 on the kickout pass. He's also a very good passer, and here spotting up, he'll then put it on the floor and then nicely kick out to Crowder. Now, despite all of those great set plays, the Celtics are still only 18th in offensive efficiency. And first let me just say, I think they'll improve in this category, but it's just a friendly reminder that out of timeout plays and clever ones they'll run maybe once a game don't have a huge effect on the overall offensive efficiency of any team. Let's end on a fun note, and Jared Sullinger has one of the most unique free throw routines in the entire NBA, where he holds the ball out right before he shoots. I've never seen this at any level, and I'm a fan. I root for these idiosyncrasies in the NBA, and I wish more players had distinct free throw routines like Sullinger. Well, there you have it, guys. My Celtics defensive observations should come out within a week or so, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.